Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Today's gist is one that has fans seriously talking, and the question on everyone's mind right now is this. Could Maurice Sam actually propose to Pearl Wats soon? Now, let's not jump too fast, but at the same time, let's not ignore what people have been noticing. Because lately, the connection between these two has been getting stronger, more visible, and honestly, a lot harder to dismiss. When people start talking about a possible proposal, it usually doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from patterns, from repeated moments, and from the way two people carry themselves around each other. And that's exactly what fans believe they are seeing here. First, let's talk about emotional closeness. One of the biggest signs people point to when they suspect something serious is how emotionally connected two people seem. With Maurice Sam and Pearl Wats, fans believe there's a strong sense of understanding between them. It's not just surface-level interaction. It feels like they genuinely enjoy being around each other and are fully present in those moments. And when that kind of emotional connection is consistent, people naturally begin to wonder if it could lead to something more serious, like a long-term commitment. Another thing people have been pointing out is how calm and intentional Maurice seems whenever he's around Pearl. There's no rush, no unnecessary pressure, just a steady and composed energy. And for many fans, that kind of behavior suggests someone who is not just playing around, but actually thinking deeper about the person in front of them. Now, does that automatically mean a proposal is coming? Not necessarily, but it does add to the conversation. Let's also consider the idea of readiness. In relationships, a proposal usually comes when both people seem ready for that next step. From what fans have observed, both Maurice and Pearl appear comfortable, stable, and aligned when they're together. There's no visible tension, no awkward distance. Instead, there's a sense of ease that makes people believe they could be on the same page. Then there's consistency again. This is something we keep coming back to because it matters. If two people only show up together occasionally, it's harder to assume anything serious. But when they keep appearing together, sharing moments, and maintaining that same level of connection over time, it starts to feel more intentional. Fans have also talked about the way Maurice looks at Pearl. It's one of those subtle details that keeps coming up. That steady focus, that calm attention. It's the kind of thing people associate with deeper feelings. And when you combine that with everything else, it starts to build a narrative in people's minds. Another angle to this is how their interactions feel balanced. It's not one person chasing the other. It's not one-sided. Both of them seem equally engaged, equally present, and equally comfortable. And that mutual energy is often seen as a strong foundation for something long-term. Now, let's slow down for a second and look at reality. A proposal is a big step. It's not something that happens just because two people have good chemistry. It involves timing, personal decisions, and a level of commitment that goes beyond what we can see from the outside. So while fans may be excited and hopeful, it's important to remember that only Maurice Sam and Pearl Wats truly know what's going on between them. But even with that in mind, the speculation isn't surprising. Because when you look at everything together, the chemistry, the consistency, the emotional presence, and the way they interact, it creates a picture that naturally leads people to think about the future. Some fans even believe that if things continue at this pace, a proposal wouldn't feel out of place. They argue that the foundation seems to be there, at least from what can be observed. And that's why the conversation keeps growing. Others, however, are more cautious. They feel that it's too early to make that kind of assumption, and that what people are seeing could still just be a strong friendship. And honestly, that perspective makes sense too, because sometimes, when people enjoy a connection so much, they start projecting what they want to see instead of what is actually confirmed. There's also the influence of social media. Every moment these two share becomes content for discussion. Every interaction gets replayed, analyzed, and interpreted in different ways. And in that kind of environment, even small details can turn into big theories. Another important point is privacy. Not everything is meant to be seen or understood by the public. Even if something serious is happening, it doesn't always mean it will be announced immediately. Some people prefer to keep things low-key until they are ready, so if a proposal were to happen, it might not even be something fans see coming in real time. Still, the curiosity remains strong. Because there's something about their connection that feels different enough to keep people talking. It's not just random speculation. It's based on repeated observations that seem to point in a certain direction. As time goes on, fans are likely going to keep watching closely. Every new moment will either add to the idea that something serious is building or slowly calm the speculation if things don't progress the way people expect. But for now, everything is still open. There's no confirmation, no clear statement, just a lot of interest and a lot of questions. And maybe that's part of what makes this so engaging. The uncertainty, the possibility, and the idea that something big could happen at any time. So the real question is this. Based on everything you've seen so far, do you think Maurice Sam could actually propose to Pearl Wats soon? Or do you think fans are getting ahead of themselves? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more trending gist and updates. And let's take this even further, because there are still more angles to consider when it comes to this whole proposal conversation. One thing that often leads up to a proposal is a noticeable shift in behavior. People become more intentional, more present, and more focused on the person they care about. Fans believe they've started to see some of that with Maurice. The calmness, the attention, and the consistency all give the impression of someone who is taking things seriously. At the same time, Pearl's energy also plays a role in this discussion. She doesn't seem distant or unsure. Instead, she appears comfortable and aligned with the energy she's receiving. And when both people are in that space, it naturally makes people think about long-term possibilities. There's also the idea of timing in a broader sense. Sometimes, everything just seems to line up. The connection is there, the comfort is there, and the environment supports it. When fans feel like all those elements are present, they start to believe that a major step like a proposal could happen. But again, it's important to stay grounded. Because while these signs can suggest something meaningful, they don't guarantee a specific outcome. Relationships are complex, and not everything follows a predictable path. Another interesting aspect is how invested fans have become. People are not just watching casually anymore. They are analyzing, discussing, and even debating what might happen next. And that level of attention can sometimes amplify the situation beyond what is actually happening. Still, it also shows how much interest their connection has generated. Not every pair gets this kind of reaction. So whether it leads to a proposal or not, it's clear that their dynamic has made an impact. There's also the possibility that things are still developing. Not every strong connection immediately leads to engagement. Sometimes, people take their time, build their foundation, and move at their own pace. And that could very well be the case here. At the same time, some fans believe that when something feels right, it doesn't always need to be delayed. And that's where the idea of a soon proposal comes in. It's based on the feeling that everything already looks aligned from the outside. But the truth is, only time will reveal what's really happening. Whether it's a proposal, a continued friendship, or something in between, the story is still unfolding. So once again, it comes back to you. Do you think a proposal could actually be on the horizon for Maurice Sam and Pearl Wats? Or do you think this is just another case of fans getting carried away by what they're seeing? Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates and trending gist like this.